wonder what Chris Wallace thinks of Donald Trump. Chris Wallace, what do you think of Donald Trump?
I think he's the front runner for the nomination.
Come on.
I think that everything... Well, let me finish. First of all, how are you? Have you had a nice summer? Because I don't think I've seen you since June.
That's right. It's been awesome. I took summer Fridays. I took every Friday off except for one the whole summer long. It was fantastic.
Well, for those of us who have worked here, we missed you. But in any case...
Thank you. Well, some of us...
All I can say is...
Go on.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to get dirty
All
yet.
I was going to say, yeah. Everything that I have thought about this guy, I didn't think he was going to run. He ran. I thought he was going to be in trouble after what he said about Hispanics in his announcement speech. He wasn't. I thought he was going to be in trouble with what he said about McCain. He wasn't. He got into a flap with all of us in the Fox debate. He did nothing but go up in the polls. You know, at a certain point you say, there's something going on there that I don't fully understand, and I think I'm just going to sit back and watch it. But he clearly has tapped into anger is too easy and glib a word, a frustration and just a sense of being fed up with politics and politicians as usual. And, you know, is he unconventional? Absolutely. But people seem to like that.
The Carly Fiorina face thing, I'm like, if this doesn't do it, nothing will. Charles Krauthammer said to Megyn the other night, that just goes to show that the tiff you got into him about was real. This women's thing is real, said Krauthammer.
Well, that's what Krauthammer said. I mean, look, he says what he says, but the point is that people seem to see something more than that going on here, and that is, you know, it's becoming a cliche in about 2 weeks, authenticity. And, you know, you talked about authenticity with Joe Biden, authenticity with Donald Trump, too. He's not politically incorrect. He's going to say some things that are going to make you scratch your head, but people think, I know who he is. He's a real person, and they seem more interested in him than in policies, which certainly he hasn't spelled out much yet.
Jeb Bush got like $120 million. When these attack ads start coming, and they will come, I wonder if that'll change things.
You know,
I just wonder.
I don't know. I mean, he's already started the ads, and, you know, I mean, he's had the ad about where Trump said he was a Democrat, and where he said that, you know, I think differently than people in Iowa and all of that. Didn't seem to hurt him much in the polls. He's still up at 30%. I mean, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
If you had to decide right now, would you trade places if you were Jeb Bush? Would you trade places and be Donald Trump?
Would I trade places and be Donald Trump? Hell no.
In other words, is there anybody in the campaign who wouldn't like to be in Donald Trump's situation right now at 27, 30, 32% in the polls?
The rebels are favored by 30 tomorrow. I'm going down to Oxford for that.
No, but I mean, you talk about somebody ducking, but look at Scott Walker. A perfect example. What was he at 18% 2 months ago, and now he's at 3%? You think he wouldn't like to be in Trump's situation with all of, quote, Trump's problems?
We're playing Fresno
you know, Trump
State.
is communicating, and what?
We're playing Fresno State.
What did you think about Roberto Vinci beating Serena Williams?
I couldn't believe
knocking her out of the Grand Slam.
Were you guys watching it down there in the house there? I figured we were watching it.
I was watching it.
Heck yeah, I couldn't believe it. Serena just couldn't get going. You know, the moment was probably so big, trying to win all of the Grand Slams in a calendar year. Nobody's done it since Steffi Graf, and it was just very big. You could see the emotion in her.
You know, this is so great, folks, because here's my little thing. I take this bright, shiny object, and I put it up here, and Shep just follows it, and, oh, forget about Donald Trump. Let's look at that object.
I forgot about Donald Trump.
You know, I've missed you. I have missed talking to you.
I've missed talking to you, too. I missed talking to you last week when the Rebels won by an embarrassingly large score, and now
May I ask you about that? I mean, how do you feel? What did they score? 76 points?
We
Is
have
that
three
your idea
quarterbacks.
of sportsmanship?
We have three quarterbacks who've never been SEC starters. They all needed to get their reps in. They needed to run the offense. And nobody wants to win like that. You don't want to win by that many points. But a lot of times they run it off tackle and scoring from 50, 60 yards. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Next week is the big test because we played Alabama down in Tuskegee next week. That's a big one.
Well, that's not going to be a test. We know what's going to happen there.
We beat them last year, Chris. We beat them last year in friendly confines of Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Katy Perry was there. We hung out. You know, I know you're jealous.
I'd like to meet Katy Perry.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure she'll be there this year. All the cool people are coming to Oxford.
But I thought you said it was going to be in Tuscaloosa.
That's for Bama. We'll play LSU at home. We'll play Texas A&M at home, playing Arkansas at home.
Not playing Mississippi State at home.
Play down there, play them down to Cal College. Mississippi State got them some new tailgating going on. You should look it up. They're bringing in some FEMA trailers, and they're going to do tailgating there at the junction there at the Mississippi State. I wish them well, I really do.
They're playing LSU this weekend. Prescott's cape, my friend.
When LSU plays Mississippi State,
with Dak Prescott.
I just hope for some way that there can be 2 losses in one game. Just hope for that. That's what we all hope for. Chris, you'll be doing the Fox News Sunday this weekend before Soup, right?
I will.
What will you do there?
Yeah, and
will you talk
would
politics?
You sell it the way
I'm getting tired of politics. Talk about something else.
Well, sell the program.
Chris will talk with one of the Republican candidates, the Ohio Governor John Kasich. Chris will also have the latest on the refugee crisis in Europe. He'll talk with 2 senators, the Wisconsin Republican Ron Johnson, the Connecticut Democrat Chris Murphy. That's this Sunday on Fox News Sunday. Check your local listings. How's that?
That was good.
Yeah, that was much more interesting than anything you've ever done. Thank you. It's great to see you. Kiss the wife, and we'll be right back.